There are some RC planes I want to keep and just keep on flying and flying and flying. And this E-Flite Air Tractor is one of those RC planes. I think it just, I mean, it surely does have a few weaknesses, but it's just so fun to fly this one. So let's go outside and get this one up in the air. It's really a nice morning today. Nice sky, more or less no wind. It's a perfect day to get this E-Flite Air Tractor flying. It's a really fun RC airplane to fly, and looks really fantastic in the sky. Great visibility with the yellow also. And a surprisingly agile RC airplane for being a 1.5. I mean, this one rolls and it just handles easier than, for instance, the E-Flite Turbo Team Revolution, the same size. I think this one is a little bit lighter. It does have a more narrow wing chord also. Just a more sporty RC airplane than the Turbo Team Revolution. I think this one also flies better than the E-Flite Cirrus SR22T. Kind of a long wing but a short fuse. It's nice just to go docile or speedy or sporty. So there are two things just to watch out for on this Air Tractor. First off, I mean, it will stall if you try to do a no throttle landing. And just like there, I mean, it does drop pretty fast if you don't fly into the landing. And the landing gears, they are pretty soft metal, so they will bend. So I wish that they, instead of bending, we have kind of a spring function. It's very easy just to move this one around in the sky. It's fairly easy to fly, at least when there is no wind. It's also really nice wind sound, and also from the wing. It's a good prop sound. That's also featured a really nice LED light set. It's not really visible during daylight. They have this kind of nose light also, which I really like, just like on the Turbo Team Revolution. The flap settings is a little bit wonky in this RC airplane, so I won't bother with going half flap, just to find a nice setting for full flaps. Let's get this one down again. So it just takes some work just to get the right speed and right angle of attack. And more just fly into the landing and just have kind of the right.
Time remaining 1 minute.
Just like there, and you have a really good landing. It's a little bit like the E-Flite Cirrus 1.5 also in that aspect. You really have to find just the right speed and angle, and then it would be just great. But just like that, I mean, if I have too low speed, and try to use the elevator, it will just start to stall, get a little bit squirrely. So speed is the thing, just let it glide down. Leaving after a slight bounce, that's better than having it stalling. Oops. I mean, so if you just miss it a little bit, just start to bounce. Get this one down then the final time. Speed. That'll do for now. As you can see, I mean, this is just a speedy, quite agile RS airplane. It just looks fantastic when it flies. The only negative things I would say that is the landing gears. They are really soft metal, so they will bend if you have bad landings and do things. But despite them being so soft, and I've surely made some really poor landings, just bouncing around and crazy things, and no damage to this RS airplane except then for a few. I mean, just minor things, but it seems to be a really durable RS airplane. And one thing to watch out for this RS airplane, then, in my opinion, is that it does feature this rather narrow wing chord. So this is not a great, like, you cannot go low speed and then go high alpha, because then it would just tip. So I mean, some RS airplanes, tail drag is then you can just go down and flare, and they will go down in a good way. With this one, you need just the right amount of speed. And although I think that, you have really good landing and everything, most often it will bounce. So on mine then, I have these Dave Brown wheels, which are softer. I don't think that they do really help that much, but I just want to try them. And overall, I mean, I love three-bladed propellers. I think this one is also, it's rather short RS airplane, although it's be a 1.5 meter wingspan. So this air tractor then, I fly it both on floats and on wheels, and it's just equally fun. I think this is a fantastic and just great looking, although a little bit odd RS airplane.